To my left now, Honorable Onyiego Osoro.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I equally rise to support the motion by Honorable Omboko Milemba in regard to the criteria for allocation of school infrastructure improvement funds. Mr. Speaker, you will notice from the comments and everyone that has spoken, we are talking about our children in the remote areas. Everyone is supporting this because of the problems that we are facing as members. Inadequate allocation of funds and unequitable distribution of resources is really affecting us, that even coming up with divisions or distribution of our very own NGCDF is not very possible. And one right example is from my constituency, where I have about 156 schools, and that is 70 schools, secondary schools, and the rest being primary schools. And out of the 70, 60 schools do not have well-equipped laboratories, do not have good infrastructure, no school halls, classrooms are partly condemned, and but we still expect the students to perform from those schools. We are invited in education days, or for education days in schools, where people celebrate admission to university of 6 students in those local schools. I mean, that is a great achievement to them, because they claim that, with this infrastructure, this is what we've been able to achieve. We have at least taken 6 students to the university. And that becomes a major celebration in the villages. But when you walk around the school, looking at the infrastructure, going through, the laboratories and necessary infrastructure that are fit for performance of schools, you notice, Mr. Speaker, that those schools are completely under-equipped. I am still confused on the criteria the government uses in distribution of these funds for the purposes of making sure that our schools have adequate, learning structures. The other day, there was an order, and I've been seeing chiefs moving around in our constituencies, insisting that every student, or rather every class 8 pupil, every person, regardless of the grades or the marks they got, must go to high school. So the 100% transition has really affected the operations of the schools. One of the local schools in my constituency, called Umobiri Secondary School, the other day were teaching their from a tent, hiring a tent to have the students there, so that they be able to learn. And because of, obliging, meeting the 100% transition. So we need to come up with clear formula on how, the government needs to come up with a clear formula on how these funds, the education funds, infrastructure funds, is shared. And that formula needs to be shared by to this house. We need to know what criteria is used, because you will get, when you walk around in other constituencies, neighboring constituencies, you notice, Mr. Speaker, that there are some constituencies or schools that started within the same period. There are certain schools started in your constituency or in a certain constituency. There are some schools doing better than others in terms of infrastructure, being funded by government. We still do not understand the criteria the government uses to make sure that the funds get to local schools. Our students, some of the oldest schools are still very old, and they are still looking as they were even then, with the mile of proposals done to them. So now we are left to balance our meager CDF resources to make sure that every school gets infrastructure funds, which is not adequate. That you give 1 million, you find it's insufficient. Then you hear there is a certain school somewhere that has received 12 million, 10 million, 7 million. What criteria does the government use to distribute these funds for infrastructure in our schools? That is the question that we need to ask as we support this motion. And for that reason, Mr. Speaker, I support this motion by Honorable Omboko Milemba. And if there is a way the government needs to work, let it come out with speed and show us this formula so that it is equitable, not equality. It should be equitable on need basis, how we can be able to balance the resources across the country. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I support this. Thank you.
Well,